What's up developers, and welcome back to a new video where we'll be diving into route parameters in Laravel. Quick pause. Do you want to support the channel and want me to continue on creating content? Well, you can support the channel on Patreon right now, where you get benefits such as a private Discord group where you can share your coding issues and other developers will help you out. If you are interested to join, the link will be in the description down below. When it comes to CRUD applications, you don't want to define a static ID like we've done right now. What you do want to use right here is called a route parameter. So we're simply going to replace the ID of one that we have right here with a variable that can be changed based on the ID. Whenever you want to define a route parameter in Laravel, you got to obviously remove the static ID and replace it with a set of curly braces. Then inside the curly braces, you got the option to pass in a variable name. If I could give you a suggestion, keep this equal to the actual value you'll be expecting. If it's a name, write down name right here. If it's an ID, write down ID. What we will be doing is using the ID, so let's write down ID. Right now, we've told our get endpoint, so right here, that will show one specific post that it always needs to receive an ID. So let's change this up for the edit method, the patch method, and the delete method. If we try to test this out inside the browser right now, we will not receive anything, since we got nothing defined inside the show method of our post controller. So let's add that. Let's go to our post controller, scroll down to the show method. You'll see that by default, resource already defines the parameter, so $ID, and this variable ID will be the same one that we will be adding inside the URL. Now, in order to test this out, let's return that specific ID, save it. Let's navigate back to the browser. And let's change our endpoint to /block/1. You'll see that the variable ID that we have inside the URI, so 1, has been printed out inside the browser. If we change it to 10, so ID of 10, you'll see that 10 will be printed out. At the moment, we're saying that the ID is required whenever we want to show one single post to the end user. Let me quickly show that to you. We've already got our /blog defined, and let's change it to article for a second. Save it and let's navigate back to Chrome, change it to article. Now this works fine. But if we remove our 10, so our variable ID, you'll see that we're receiving a 404 and the page has not been found. This is good since the article endpoint has not been defined, but the article /ID is. Now, Laravel allows us to make our route parameter optional, and it's super easy to do that. Let's navigate back to the web.php file. And in order to make it optional, we need to add a question mark right after our variable name. So in our case, it's ID, question mark. If we save it and navigate back to the browser, refresh it, you'll see that we're receiving an error message because our show method does still accept a parameter. Whenever this happens to you, you should provide a default value inside the controller. What we can do is navigate back to the post controller, is that whenever the ID has not been provided, show a default value or a fallback ID of 1. If we save it and navigate back to Google Chrome, refresh it, you'll see that our fallback ID of 1 has been printed out. And if we change our endpoint to 100, you'll see that 100 overwrites the default ID of 1. In most cases, you won't be showing a fallback ID, but it's good to know that you actually can do that. So let's undo everything that we just created. Go to our web.php, change it to /blog, and remove the question mark. This was it for this video, where I showed you how you can use route parameters and even how you can make them optional. If you do like my content and you want to see more, leave this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button.